Tonight, from Paul Brown Stadium, prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Buffalo Bills.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
They're hoping to get rid of that interception bug. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Carried by number 21.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. With the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Number 21, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And they give this time to the tailback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league from all angles, and they did a nice job.
Game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the gun. Dawson. Over the middle, complete. It's Lloyd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw. Dawson. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 50 yards.
They're moving the ball through the air pretty well on this opening drive. And to me, it was evident that they were set on doing exactly that here to get this game started. And their belief and determination is certainly paying off.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Mayo. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Back hit a lot that way, too.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Way down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. So whatever they said appears to have worked. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
First down. It's Bishop. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun. Collins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bishop. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That's a gain of 4.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll run on 1st down. Mayo. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
And he knocks it through. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. With a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Dawson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mayo. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
For the running back.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dawson got his man complete over the middle. That's Lloyd. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, Mayo. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down, Mayo. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
(7-7) our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Operating from the gun, Dawson. And that is incomplete.
Dawson's pass incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Back to throw. Dawson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. From the gun, Dawson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
To number
From 8 yards out, and the Bills have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Collins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On 2nd down now. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
He's across midfield.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 43-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and
he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Mayo, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. This is caught. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Dawson. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
17. Bengals 7.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. What did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Brings up
second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Over the middle, complete. It's Buchanan. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing is Collins from the gun on 3rd down. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
The try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, Collins. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins, as they'll have to do battle with the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And lastly, Sunday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They'll run on first down. Bishop. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bills to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st down, Dawson. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
On first down, Mayo. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he stopped immediately there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 3rd down, Dawson. And he's got it. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh, okay.
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The holding penalty, that puts them in an...
By the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They pass up the 3, fake it.
It's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Collins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bishop. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Collins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Collins to throw on 3rd down, and that will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
15-yard line.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice, what kind of damage can he do to us downfield, and who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now Collins on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Collins pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun, Collins over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
That's good.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And here's Collins throwing on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
And 6 yards to go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Collins. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
kicker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Looking to throw on second down. Dawson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 7 yards there and a first down. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw on second down. Dawson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Looking to throw on second down. Dawson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Yards to go.
To throw on 3rd down. Dawson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that on the sidelines, there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Collins now from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
Collins pass forced to the ground and incomplete. It's
definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Right back to him on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
on the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Tonight.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Bills, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Day.